Welcome back, you horrible lot. We have got yet another reveal for Warhammer Quest Darkwater. This time round it's Bren Tylis, the Renegade Saint. I will say, the Renegade Saint, so far, that might be the best title. That is pretty good. I think it's definitely a bit more evocative than, say, the Grizzled Explorer. Although, to be fair, I feel like the vibes off this are going to be very different to our dwarven friend that we saw last time. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. So, as they say here, we've already seen Edmark Valoran, the Manticore Knight, and Drolf Ironhead. Some good names. Some good, proper, classic fantasy names. I'll give them that. And this time round, it's Bren Tylis, the Renegade Saint. Again, good fantasy name. I do like that they're asking the important questions, though. What if you want your new adventurer to be wielding an obnoxiously large sword? Now, I'm just going to throw it out there. I always want my adventurers to be wielding an obnoxiously large sword. That is like my go-to. That's what I want. I want giant swords. Preferably if the sword could be bigger than the person holding it. That is perfect, but I will accept something around the same size as the person holding it. So hopefully what we're going to get is exactly that. I mean, to be fair, that is a pretty big sword. I would say that falls under the category of as big as the person holding it. So yeah, that's an absolute winner in my book. That's great. That armour is super interesting. I really like that. There's a very sort of ramshackle look going on. It's damaged, there's like dents, there's like scarring from previous battles, even things like the cloak, quite scarred and quite messed up. That's not something I was necessarily expecting from the title Renegade Saint, but I like it a lot. Also, the armour itself, is that like overlapping plates? There's got to be a name for the style of armour that is, but I don't know what it is, I'll be honest. I don't really know what I'd search for to find out either. But I really like that. That's very cool. Also, just a small thing. The way they've painted this model, right? I like the colour of the armour. That's grand. The little sections that are more bronze than that kind of turquoise-ish, that's not a good word to say, is it? Look like bluey sort of highlight there. The more bronze bits, it makes them look like they are maybe from a different set of armour and sort of grafted on. I know that's just a choice they've made whilst painting, but I like the implication of that. Even if that's not actually the case, that's sort of immediately where my brain went, which is kind of a cool story in and of itself. There's a nice bit of storytelling there for the miniature. The sword looks great. I really like the sword. That big old lantern hanging off a stick at the back. No, not a stick, that's a spear, isn't it? Yeah. I love the cloth wrapped around the upper arms as well. That's quite a nice touch. The damage on that armour, I'm just really liking that. I'm really liking it. I'm hoping the video gives us a full spin. The first video that we had for this lot was not great. We didn't get to see all that much, but they did do a full 360 for Droth, so I'm hoping we get the same thing for this character here. I feel like the bare head there is pretty close to what's in that artwork. I think the way it's been painted, the shadows are a lot more severe, which kind of gives a more of a gaunt expression. I think if it was just a little bit lighter overall, I think it'd match pretty well. The hair looks decent, like the hair a lot. I mean, this is a good miniature again. I'm really liking this. This has got like a proper sort of nomadic warrior feel to it. Someone who is capable, like competent, but also takes some damage, doesn't have the resources to have everything repaired professionally, kind of makes do with what they've got, maybe doesn't want to have to sacrifice the equipment that she's using, and so it might be battered, it might be falling apart in the case of that sort of layered skirt section there, but just keeps using it because what else are you supposed to do? Again, nice bit of visual storytelling there. Personality-wise, of the three models that we've seen, they have all been very distinct, which has been very cool to see. I've liked that a lot. The fact that they are so disparate, I think works super well. But yeah, that is a good-looking miniature. Oh, I'm liking this so far. I mean, oh yeah. Okay, so Bren Tylis is a hard-bitten mercenary, a roaming sword for hire who's fought across Gyron and far beyond. She's also the heir to a far more glorious legacy. Bren's ancestor was the Saint Yondara Tylis. Wait, is it Tylis or Tylis? I suspect it's probably Tylis, isn't it? Yeah, we'll stick with what we said originally, it's fine. A hero of legend who fell defending the Jade Abbey. Yondara's bones were recovered and eventually laid to rest in a Sigmarite temple, along with pieces of her war gear. Unable to abandon her duty, the Saint's spirit clung to these relics, awaiting one worthy of wielding them. Okay, I can see where this is going. When Yondara felt the rising evil at the Abbey centuries later, the spirit called to her sole surviving descendant, persuading Bren to take up the cause. Nice. Bren was not easily convinced. I mean, you wouldn't be if you ghost of your dead, your like dead great-great-grandma or whatever. He's like, you need to come and get my gear and then go off on a crusade. I mean, there might be some reticence there, I'm just saying. And the priest didn't want to give the stuff over to a lowly sellsword. Maybe it was this dismissal as much as any sense of duty that saw Bren steal the artifacts. Nice. Guided by the wisdom of Forebear, Tylis is determined to have finally achieved something glorious after a career of ignoble bloodshed. Excellent use of the word ignoble there, like that. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Let's see if we get a proper sweeping shot. Oh, there we go. I mean, that's something already. The way the cloak moves is really nice. I like that. Good feeling of movement. There's a scabbard there. Is that for the giant sword, or is that for a different sword? Because I feel like that giant sword is not going in your regular everyday, you know, at the hip scabbard. It's so big. Surely it would drag on the ground, right? Could be though. Could be. Come on, show us an angle from the back. No, that's the front. No, we want the back. Oh, they've failed it again. Why did we only get a proper 360 for Drolf? Why aren't we getting it for anyone else? Did they forget to paint the back? Did they not have time? I mean, I know that is apparently a thing that they have done in the past. I really wish we could see that. Because she's clearly wearing like a backpack there. We've got the spear. We've got that lantern. There's something else hanging off that belt as well. Like, what is that at the back? Under the cloak. There's like a circular thing, like a sphere of some kind. Is it like an ornamented thing? Is it a big jar? What is it? We don't know. We just can't see. Can see the damage on the armour a little bit better, so that's something. That's nice. Can also see that she's got those bandages wrapped around the upper arm on the other side as well, so there's a bit of symmetry there. Oh, God. That's frustrating. That's frustrating. I want to see the rest of the miniature, and I can't. And that's not on. Now I'm just trying to work out what we can sort of glean. There's the edge of the cloak going over the shoulder there, but beyond that, oh, no idea. That's a real pity. I was hoping for more. But despite that disappointment, she looks great. This is a good looking model. The posing's really nice. The armour's great. I like the overall backstory, and I like the way the armour has been done to show some of that damage, make it look a bit more ancient and relic-y now that we know that bit. Yeah, this is good. It's good. So there you go, that is Bren Tylis, the Renegade Saint, newest model for Darkwater to be revealed. Let me know what you think of her in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, and I will see you for whatever the next one is.